German doctors tonight say Pyotr Versilov, a Putin critic and the most prominent male member of the protest group Pussy Riot, was most likely poisoned. His girlfriend telling reporters how he suspiciously fell ill.
He was not able to move by himself or to speak, and he did not see anything.
Last year in Moscow, another group member told us opposing Putin comes with risks.
Opposition activists have been poisoned in this country.
Of course, I'm not afraid.
Neither was Pyotr Versilov. He was arrested when he dared to storm the field during the World Cup in Moscow, as Putin looked on. Putin was furious. Now Versilov is recovering from an unknown toxin. It's a pattern Putin's critics know well. In March, British authorities say 2 Russian agents traveled to Salisbury to poison a Russian spy turned British agent. But just last week, the 2 men appeared on Russian TV saying no, they were just tourists who like English Gothic architecture.
Our friends had been suggesting for a long time that we visit this wonderful town.
Lester, the Russian government has not commented on Versilov. The protester was sentenced to 15 days detention for storming that soccer field in Russia. But if the German doctors are right, someone decided that was not enough. Tonight, Versilov is expected to recover.
And they've had ruled out everything else, so.
They said he's not sick, there's no bacteria in his body, but he had this problem, so they think it's poison.
Hey, NBC News fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here, and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.